Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to another wonderful day. And today we will be talking about religion and national values. Religion and national values. And the topic we'll be looking at under RMV Social Studies today is air pollution. What they call topic? Air pollution. In RMV Social Studies today we'll be talking about air pollution. You will remember that for like 2 weeks now, we've been discussing about environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. We started with land pollution. We talked about noise pollution. Today we're talking about air pollution. And the last one we'll be talking about is what? It will be what? Good. Water pollution. Water pollution. Because I remember I told you then when I started the topic that environmental pollution are in 4 categories. They're in what? 4 categories. Can you mention them? Land, which is the first one we did, followed by noise pollution, and then this one we're doing today, which is air pollution, and the last one we'll be treating next week will be what? Water pollution. Good. I am Moriko Olainka, and I'm so excited to have you on this awesome learning platform. Please come along with me and then learn something special today. Okay, we'll be talking about the objective of today's class. So at the end of this class, I will expect you to be able to define pollution for me, be able to define air pollution, and then you should be able to mention causes of air pollution. You should be able to list ways of controlling air pollution, and then highlight effects of air pollution. At the end of today's class, you should be able to define air pollution, causes of air pollution, list ways of controlling air pollution, and highlight effects of air pollution. So please note the objective so that as you study the class, you'll be able to note those things you are expected to see at the end of the class. You can see this picture I have here. Wow, what can you deduce from this picture? What can you actually see from this picture? You can see air pollution there. So much smoke coming out of that industry from their machines. You can see air pollution in action. You can see what? Air pollution in action. Everywhere there's smoke, everywhere. That's what we call air pollution. So I'll be telling you what air pollution means. Air pollution simply means making the surrounding air dirty, irritating or unsafe for breathing. Making the surrounding air dirty, that's number 1. Dirty, irritating, and unsafe for breathing. Making the surrounding air, the what? The surrounding air. Making the what? The surrounding air dirty, irritating, and unsafe for breathing. You can't breathe the air that is polluted. It is unsafe. So that is why we say air pollution simply means, there's a P here, sorry, simply means making the surrounding air dirty, irritating, and unsafe for breathing. Air that is polluted is very harmful to human beings, especially when it contains toxic substances. When it does what? Contains toxic substances. So it's very, very harmful to human and animals as well. Harmful to both man, both human and animals. Yes, like I told you when we did land pollution and noise pollution, I think that all this pollution, all this environmental hazard affects both human and animals. And what? Animals. Wildlife. Now, you can see another beautiful picture here, still telling us that there's a lot of smoke in the atmosphere and it's harmful to man and animal. There's a lot of smoke coming out from industries, from companies, from the machines, and it's coming out from vehicles, and all the smoke coming out from vehicles and industries is very, very harmful to both human and animals. Now, let's go to the causes of this air pollution. What causes air pollution? I've been able to bring out some of these causes for you. Now we have bush burning. Bush burning. I've been able to put some pictures together for you to see all those things I've highlighted. You'll see them in picture forms and you understand better. Bush burning. That's one of the causes of air pollution. Then we have refuse burning. There's a difference between bush burning and refuse burning. You know what's a refuse? Dirt. Last week, we talked about environmental, that's land pollution 2 weeks ago. And you saw a lot of death here and there. Now, refuse refers to death. Some people try to burn their refuse. They will not take it to where they're supposed to dispose it. They will put it at the back of their house, or maybe in the place, maybe at night. They start burning it. And then there was so much toxic air in the atmosphere. And it's harmful to both man and animal. So refuse burning, bush burning, substance smoking. Substance smoking. That's cigarettes, marijuana, any kind of smoking, whatever that will bring out smoke. Tobacco, marijuana, whatever that you've been smoked and air is coming out is also cause of air pollution. And you believe that this substance that has been smoked and all those smokes have a lot of negative effects on the body. I'll tell you the effect as the class proceeds. Now, smokes from automobiles. Yeah, I'll show you pictures of automobiles with fumes, smokes coming out of the vehicle, and then it's allowed to ply the road. And as it's plying the road, it's bringing out toxic air and it's causing a lot of harm to the people. Now, other for chemicals. There are some companies that use some chemicals that produce a very strange and bad odor. And the moment you perceive those odors, it causes harm to the body. Now, that's also air pollution. Then industrial waste from machines. I showed you a picture the other time. You can see these are industrial waste from machines in industries. Now we have dust. This one, people don't really pay attention to it very well, and it's very, very dangerous. Dust is very, very dangerous. When you sweep your parlor, sweep the room, you sweep dust the rug, you dust the house, a lot of dust is coming out from different places, and you're perceiving it, and it causes a lot of harm. So dust is another cause of air pollution. Sometimes you need to sweep the compound and the place is so dusty, you need to just wet it so that the dust there will be reduced. Now we have seen the causes of air pollution: bush burning, refuse burning, substance smoking, smokes from automobiles, that's cars, vehicles. Then we have odor from chemicals. There are some chemicals that have a lot of negative odors, and then industrial waste from machines, and then dust. Now let's look at some pictures here. You can see refuse burning. You can see there, they're burning refuse there, and it's bringing out a lot of toxic substance. You can see there, the smoke is so black, very toxic, and this is very harmful to humans and animals' health. All the animals in this vicinity are going to be affected. Some of them will die, some of them will struggle to survive, some of them, a lot of negative things will happen to them. Why? Because the smoke is harmful to their health. Then we have bush burning. You can see, trying to burn the bush, and you can see the amount of toxic substance that is coming out. Very, very harmful to human and animal. All the animals in this environment and the people living in the environment are going to be affected. Their health is going to be affected. When I begin to tell you the effects of air pollution, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, I have another one here. This is what? Substance smoking. Look at this men thinking they are enjoying themselves, but they are actually killing themselves. Look at the way they are smoking, bringing out the smoke, and it's affecting them. One person to another, the thing is just moving from one person to another, and you can imagine, they are smoking substance. It can be cigarette, they are smoking, it might be marijuana, they are smoking, it might be tobacco, they might be smoking, whatever they are smoking is affecting their health. You can see fumes from vehicles. You can see. That's another example. You can see the vehicles, all of them bringing out at the same time, and they are moving. If the people driving these cars, the drivers did not wind up their windscreens, the smoke is going back into the car, and it's going to be affecting them. Now, I have dust. Look at that man there trying to clean the environment. Yes, last week I told you about healthy environment, making the environment healthy. If you want to make the environment healthy, you clean every surrounding, you clean everywhere to make the environment healthy. That's what we talked about, making the environment healthy in basic science. That's in BST science. We talked about making the environment healthy. Now, this person here is trying to make the environment healthy. Is trying to keep the environment healthy. Now, he's doing that, but at the detriment of his health. He doesn't have any nose mask to cover his nose, and the dust are just coming out, and they are coming directly to his nose, and it's coming down into his lungs. It's affecting his health. So when you want to sweep the compound, you want to sweep the room, you want to dust anywhere, ensure you have your nose mask to prevent the dust from entering into your nostrils, or you can wet wherever you want to sweep to avoid dust. Now you can see fumes from industry, toxic waste coming out from that industry, their machine. You can see what that is actually bringing out. It's very, very harmful to the body and to the health and to animals and everyone living in their environments. Now let's quickly go to the effects of air pollution. What are the effects of air pollution? I've been able to itemize some of them. I have the first one. Pollution of the air with poisonous gas kill man and animals. It kills man and animal. Little by little, gradually by gradually. You know that I didn't add something to it. But I wanted you to do your research and give me some other causes of air pollution. You know, one of them is generator you use in the house. Generator. When you put the switch on the generator and it has noise pollution. The generator has noise pollution. It also has air pollution. As much as it's causing a lot of noise, it's also bringing out smoke. And then if you're not very careful, you put the generator very close to your window and the smoke is coming in. If you put on the generator throughout the night, it can be very, very dangerous. It can kill. I've heard of stories and cases of generator killing children, that are left in the house, maybe their mommy or their daddy, because maybe they went to a vigil or something, or they went to a night duty work or something, and the children are left at home, and the generator fume is just choking them in their sleep, and they die. So you can see that air that is poisonous is dangerous. It can kill both man and animals. Then, pollution of air by smoke or fumes cause lung disease. Those with that smoke. That's why the advertisement says that smokers are liable to die young. Why? That smoke is affecting their lung. And before you know what's happening, the lung will be roasted, and then they will need to change their lungs. And if they don't have it, they cannot change their lungs, cannot change their kidney. Then before you know what's happening, they will not be able to survive it, and they will die. So we have sneezing, coughing are also effects of air pollution. Now we have smoke and dust affect asthmatic patients. I will show you a picture of an asthmatic patient in the next slide, and you'll see the way the young boy is striving to breathe. And if that young boy is also striving to breathe, and also in an environment where there's air pollution, then you should doubt the survival of that child. So look at this boy here. You can see him. He is an asthmatic patient. He's an what? Asthmatic patient, but he's struggling to breathe. And if he's in an environment where the air is polluted, the air is poisonous, then he will not be able to survive with his health condition. Now, what are the other effects we have? Long-term health effects from air pollution include heart disease, lung cancer, respiratory disease, such as emphysema. That's a kind of respiratory disease that we have. So we have heart disease, lung cancer, respiratory disease, such as emphysema. That's long-term health effects. You may not see the effect now. That's why we call it long-term. But as long as the person that has heart disease, lung cancer, has a little case of it, continue to expose himself or herself to air pollution, then it will become great, and then the person will begin to manifest these symptoms, and then before we know what's happening, the person might die. Then air pollution can also cause long-term damage to people's nerves, brain, kidney, liver, and other organs. Long-term damage to people's nerves. It may not start in a day. It may not it will start in a day, but it might not be visible in a day. You may not know that anything is happening to the person that first day it starts. But before you know, after a long number of years, the person begins to exhibit some symptoms of nerves problem, brain problem, kidney problem, liver problem, and other organs. That's why you see people smoking. They say they are liable to die young. Why? Their kidney, their liver, their brain, other organs in their body, their lungs are being affected. Then I have another one here which is a bit strange. I will have to explain it to you in a picture form. He said acid rain harm vegetation and water life. What do I mean? Let me show you the picture, and then from the picture we'll explain it better. Acid rain harm vegetation and water life. Now, what do I mean by that? Look at this picture. Acid rain. I have termed it acid rain. Now we have this air, toxic air, this poisonous air coming out of this organization, this company, this industry is bringing out the fumes. The deadly fumes are coming out, and they go to the clouds. They mix up with the clouds, and then clouds with sulfuric acid. They mix with the cloud and mix with sulfuric acid, and then rain starts falling. When the rain starts falling, it becomes acid rain. This rain that falls from this sulfuric acid cloud is an acid rain. What did I say? The rain that falls from this sulfuric acid cloud is what? Acid rain. And then it harms vegetation and water. So it harms this vegetation and it harms this water. You can see now that air pollution has a lot of negative effects that we cannot even think and imagine. A lot of negative effect. Can you imagine that air pollution can even affect water and affect vegetation? But you can see now that the fumes that is coming out of these industries that is toxic and poisonous is mixing with the cloud, and it becomes sulfuric, and then it brings out acid rain, which affects vegetation and water life. Now I have another picture here. It said, according to a WHO report, air pollution in 2012 caused the death of around 7 million people worldwide. Can you see now? So they're about effects, which is death. About 7 million people died in 2012 from air pollution. Can you imagine? That was 2012. Imagine what will happen in 2019, 2020. That is the effect of air pollution. Now, let's quickly go to ways of controlling air pollution. How do we control it? Number one, ban of bush burning by the government. The government should ban bush burning. They should not burn bush again around the environment. It's very dangerous. The provision of refuse bins for each house. Each house you have a refuse bin. They will put their dead, and every week the refuse bin should be disposed of, not burnt. They should be disposed of. The government should, the PSP buses will come around, vehicles will come around, trucks will come around, and they will take these bins and these refuse bins, and then they will go and dispose it where the government have prepared and reserved for such death or refuse. Now, educating citizens on the dangers of pollution on social media. Yes, we talk about it all the time on television, on radio, newspaper, on the Facebook, on every other means of communication that people are used to. Social media and so on and so forth. Let people be aware. Let them be exposed to the dangers of air pollution. With that, it will be the effect will be reduced. Now, smoking in public places should be banned. Smoking has become so legalized this day that anybody can smoke anywhere. It should be banned. Smoking in public places should be, if you see anybody smoking around the place, the government should ensure that such a person is picked and locked up and kept in a rehabilitation center until the person stops smoking, or he can decide to smoke in his room, and he knows that he affects himself alone, not any other people around him. Then vehicles that have bad exhaust should be removed from the road. Remove vehicles with bad exhaust from the road. When you find out that sometimes you see some vehicles so bad, in a bad shape and bad condition, bringing out bad exhaust from their fumes from these vehicles, and they will still be plying the road. And the government officials, everybody will be seeing them, and nobody will say anything. It's wrong. It's causing harm to the body, to the human and animals. Then companies should be checked. Companies that bring out a lot of fumes in the industries, the government should check them regularly to ensure that such fumes are not affecting companies and people living around that environment. And then defaulters of environmental laws should be seriously fined and punished. Find out that if you find people doing things that are negative to the health of the people around the environment, they should be reported, and then they should be fined, seriously fined and punished, so that they will stop harming people's health around them. Then industries should not be located in residential areas. Residential areas means where people are residing, where people are living. So this industry should be located very far from where people are residing, so that they will not be able to cause harm from their machines and whatever they are using to produce whatever they are producing. So they should be located in far areas from where people reside. You can see this is a very big company here, and its machine bringing on smoke, but they should be far from where people reside. Should be far from residential areas so that the smoke will not affect people living, residents of that area. You can see the smoke coming out of another industry there. Now, in conclusion, air pollution is very common in the society, especially in cities, as a result of industries and vehicles scattered everywhere, and it comes with severe negative consequences. Yes, because we have a lot of companies, industries producing different kind of things, especially in Lagos and cities around, we have different common cases of air pollution, but we should be aware that there are severe negative consequences attached to them as well. So let us try to avoid air pollution as much as possible. Now I want to find out if you have been able to listen and understand what I've been saying since morning. The first question I want to ask you is, what is air pollution? What is air pollution? Surrounding air, dirty, irritating. Good. Now give some causes of air pollution. What are the causes of air pollution? Just give me 3. Bush burning. Refuse burning. Okay, good. Now let's go to the effect of air pollution. I'll give me 3 effects of air pollution. Okay. Good. Now, can we control air pollution? How can we control it? Number 1, just give me 3. How can we control air pollution? 3 ways. 1. Government ban. Good. Thank you so much for your time and your attention, your patience. You've been able to come along with me into this class. Now I will be sending your class activity tomorrow. If you have any question, please call me on my line, or you send it to my email in front of this slide. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye.